Alright. Okay, I think we're good now. Wait, troubleshooting on. Hello. Welcome. Docs. Your chat. Just in case, like, anyone shows up, I don't see why they would. Sign into chat. No. There's a chat doc. No. No. Can I put that in, like, the same translations? I know what I'm doing, honestly. I just wanted to stream. What should I do? So, it would show me working on stuff, but I have nothing to work on really because we have ended the other shit. Okay. So currently, okay, but I have an idea. What if I just open up? Cause then I'm gonna debate people. Hold on. Scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Nope, nope. Okay, found it. And now what I do is I open Window Capture 2. Window Capture 2, and just go like, boop. I'll just make this sensible just in case I need to. Okay, get this out of here. And put this on screen. How about that? If anyone silver gun upload, it has to be a silver gun upload. Never mind, this isn't me going live. Lab driver parcel. Oh my god, was that a new view? I got one view, guys. 48. Ching! That's on average. That's a on average sound, by the way. Hmm. Okay, my video is performing well. My birthday video. That's all I care about now. Um, fucking idiot. You serious? Said awesome. Well, I should ping everyone for this live stream. Hold on. I will get everyone to watch this live stream. The Theseus server. Um, new videos. Live stream. Okay, new videos. At live stream pings. Yep, I don't have that. Oh, I was gonna say that, like, no, 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 no. It's gonna be a reaction video. Live stream. Okay, I should face cam. I don't know what to do, honestly. We lost my armor, says. Da, da, da. Oh, God. What you do for 100 million? It's either move to North Korea, punch your, what does that say? Punch your something as hard as you can. As hard as you can. Don't talk for 1 year. Kiss the second person under the stone. I hate Snapchat, I hate Snapchat, I hate Snapchat, I hate Snapchat, I hate Snapchat. Oh, that's a bit. Oh. Oh, that's a bit, that's a bit, dumb. Oh my god. It's Ashley. No way. Oh my god. I found BFDI in real life. Holy crap. How much battery you want? I've I've geolocated you. You're this direction. You're that way from me. I've geolocated your location. Hello? Oh god. 2 hours. Hey, get off your. Why does everyone have. Snapchat is so dumb. I hate Snapchat. Oh yes, Earth. The great big ball we live on. I will react to a video. Here, let me react to like uh that. Alright. So how do I take this off? Okay, what we need to do is turn it off in OBS. Cool. And we'll put the digital wolf thing back up just for the lulz. Alright guys, I'm gonna be watching this video. Timsy. Went to the first episode of 2024. Holy crap. In chronological order? You're hard to follow again. Hey, thanks, Tolingo. I am here on this freaking. Hold on. Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Show that. Get rid of digital wolf. Hold on, you don't see this, but I am on this playlist 16 times. At first I laughed and then I serious. There's a Pydalia, I'll just show that there's a Battle for Super Randomizer one again, then there's Battle for Africa, Stupid Randomizer, we have Stupid Randomizer, Stupid Randomizer, Stupid Randomizer, Battle for Africa, we have freaking fuck. Look at that shit. And it's still going too, that's the thing, it stops at 200, but that playlist count stops at 200, but you can go. Oh, his object's stupid. Yep, there I am. 50 fucking. Sorry for swearing. I swear a lot. So if you hit that, oh my god, it's object duality vote. Why is object duality vote? And that's gonna be like every single alphabetical carnage episode. Every single one. Almost like it's the 100 character object shit. Yep, yep. Radium, and then Tydos, and then we have and then finally, that. I've not learned how to pronounce that yet, but Jesus Christ. I'm recording too, that's brilliant. When did I hit 5? Because my hotkey setting's 5 for recording videos. Don't know how that happened. What do you want to react to? Anyone in the chat? My computer is not on battery, but my
Battle for America.
watch Battle for Mitts. Okay.
Last time on Battle for Mattress. And now, back to the show.
Is this heaven? Is this hell?
Feels more like limbo. Right you are, Admirable Orange. It's also where today's episode will take place. We got 278 slimy votes this time.
What's so slimy about them?
They're sort of just gooey and icky, sort of sloppy even. Billy, you're the first one saved with 31 votes.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Your prize is water.
Okay.
Contestant Pair is the next one saved with 300!
Can you stop trolling?
Sorry, I meant 47 votes. Now it's down to Crimson Leakspin and Admirable Orange.
Come on, man. How many times am I going to be in the bottom 2? Stop teasing me.
I'm honestly surprised I even made it this far. With 135 votes, Admirable Orange is out. Crimson Floppy Disk survives another day. Oh well, good luck, Contestant Pair. Win for me, buddy.
Oh man, I will win for you, Admirable Orange. Godspeed. So, host pair, are we actually doing the challenge here in Limbo? This seems impractical.
Au contraire, mon Billy. Today's challenge will be to revive yourself and escape the afterlife. Last one remaining will be auto-eliminated.
What the freak? Oh, well that should be simple enough. Just gotta hit respawn. Bro, guess it wasn't that simple after all, huh, Poir? Don't do this. Well, I figure I could snap myself out of it by trying to recall what happened leading up to my death. Let's see. We were on the bus. I remember it because the background was just reused from Sodi. We did the elimination, I realized I was wrong about being eliminated, and host pair announced the challenge, which was to... rob the desert temple. What a good challenge. What did I do then? Come on, what would a genius like me do?
No, what are you doing? It's gonna blow up.
Oh yeah, I threw Billy into the hole and... Yes! I am so back, baby.
And let's just say Crimson leaked messages are safe.
What? That worked? What was I doing last challenge? Right. I cannot remember what we did last challenge. Yeah, that's all a blur. Maybe we can try and envision where our body is right now.
Let's freaking do it.
I wonder if Billy survived. No way of me knowing, I guess. Hey, speak of the devil. We did it. We both survived. Hell yes, brother.
Well, Contestant Pair, sorry to say it, but you have just lost big time.
Guess I'm stuck in limbo then.
What the freak? No way. I'm still gonna revive you before I eliminate you.
Oh, that's good.
Bye-bye, contestant pair.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Well, I guess you guys can just call me Pear now. Lol. Anyways, viewers, you still get to vote, you little rats. This time you're gonna be voting for who you want to win. The person who has the least votes will be eliminated.
Is Scratch really dying? For someone who's been on Scratch for over 7 years, I've seen people say Scratch is dying a few times. But as soon as they say it, Scratch's popularity increases even more. So obviously, Scratch isn't actually dying. So why do people say it is? Looking at its monthly activity trends, it's not looking great. The number of comments have dipped. But here's the thing, the last time these stats were recorded was in June this year. And looking at the rest of the graph, these dips always happen during June and July. I don't know why in June and July specifically there's less activity than normal, but that doesn't matter now. If we grab the new projects, April 2024 is actually the height of new projects ever on Scratch. Many users believe that Scratch had a rough transition to 3 with lots of users quitting. But in this graph, we didn't see much of a change because Scratch 3 benefited younger users and people with mobile devices. Not to mention the pandemic boosted Scratch's popularity even more. So looking at all the graphs, Scratch seems to be more popular than ever. Now we want to pay attention to the users. I've been programming with Scratch since I was 9, and I haven't stopped since. Though there have been some Scratchers I saw that have came and went for 2 common reasons. Either they got blocked or they quit. While I saw some users quitting due to online distress, poor grades, and hating the moderation system, the main reason for leaving Scratch is retirement. Scratch is more so a hobby than an actual job. All the projects you make on Scratch are not monetizable, since Scratch is not profit and discourages use of selling games made on Scratch. That's the reason why people can make YouTube videos longer term than people making Scratch projects. We also gotta keep in mind that Scratch's target audience is for all ages, commonly 8 and up. Adults may not enjoy Scratch as much as children, and the older we get, the more we forget about the terms of use. I've heard people complain about projects getting removed for no reason, but keep in mind we're on a website that's designed for children. Anything deemed too scary, violent, or offensive, or shows personal information and unmoderated links are against the terms of use, and thus are at risk of being removed. Most Scratchers join at the age of 9 and 15 according to statistics. Anyone younger may not know how to use Scratch, and anyone older may be busy with schoolwork, like me. It's common that by the time we're adults, we won't have the time we always have to use Scratch, since most adults have to go to universities, college, or even have jobs. I don't see many users that are active whose accounts are over 10 years old. Maybe except that Griff Patch guy. To prove my fact that a new generation of Scratchers will lead the way, I looked at the creators of 20 featured projects. The average age for featured project creators is, unsurprisingly, 12. That's assuming that most of the users joined at around the age of 10. While I was looking through the users' join dates, I realized if a Scratcher joins at the age of 7 today, or in the near future, they'd be younger than my Scratch account. We've really progressed this far, haven't we? I haven't found anyone that's at that age, but still. Another thing is that one of the users in the list, Jumples, has actually joined Scratch way back in 2010. So I didn't include their feature project to make the averages balanced. Another thing that's also mind-boggling is the relevancy of these Scratchers. I'm from the Scratch Object Show community, and both of my Scratch accounts have around 300 followers. The most popular SOSC members have over 1,000 followers throughout their 3 to 7 years of experience. But these accounts that have been created less than 2 years ago are getting followers alarmingly fast. Some are already at 1,000. Now, some have gotten to this point thanks to them joining studios, interacting with other users, and getting their projects front-paged. But look at me! One of my projects was 120th in trending for all, and I don't see followers coming in. Almost like the popularity lasers keep missing me. But you know what they say, popularity may ruin your life if you get too much of it. How about the projects? Some people have claimed that the projects are unoriginal trash garbage piles and that we grew up trying to figure out how to make these things without help. And of course, I didn't use scripts made by other users most of the time, but that's because I liked programming my own scripts at my own pace. And even then, I took some inspiration from other users to improve my code, since nobody can code alone, you need teamwork. I know there are a lot of us in the Gen Z and Millennial generation that hate the Gen Alpha's slang and memes like Skibbity Toilet. But that's just internet culture. Memes will die eventually. In fact, I think Skibbity Toilet is slowly losing popularity over its peak. I mean, remember when we thought Among Us could never die out? Because it was the meme of 2020 through 2021? Some of the Millennials and Gen X's thought our memes were dumb before the Gen Alphas got their memes. I mean, look at these projects from back in the day and tell me they aren't brain rot. Repetitiveness is a good reason. Repetitiveness is a good reason why people don't like Scratch. I do have to admit, it gets a little boring when I see the same cute platformer supporting the same mobile phone with a face, not capitalizing on the same popular trends that make the game age poorly. But that's from our experiences. To younger players, they'll be over the moon with games like these and have encouragement to make the same generic platformers like them. It's all the circle of life, and we shouldn't stop that from happening. Though maybe we should sprinkle in a little bit of constructive criticism in between to make it look original. In my conclusion, Scratch is like a cycle. Children discover Scratch, children join Scratch, children gets inspired by Scratch creators, children make Scratch content, children grow up into adults, adults transition to other animation programming art software, adults quit Scratch to either make YouTube videos or make high quality games. At the same time, the new children fill in the blanks, increasing Scratch's popularity even more. So no, Scratch is not dying, everyone's just growing up. Now those were a lot of good reasons, but those reasons are valid if I've never watched a Scratch is dying video yet, so I'm going to look for some videos that complain about exactly that. Look at this video. This video came from a user who previously got banned from Scratch, and has 3 videos about that same topic. But this is perfect. I need a video to review and this is the only one I could find. Let's play the video. Okay, just watch the video. I have mixed thoughts about the topics they bring up. Just a heads up, no hate should be spread to this user. It's all just my opinion. What are your thoughts about this? Leave your responses down in the comments. Okay, now we can get started. Not even 10 seconds in and I have something to say. The first thing this guy says is,
Scratch has been the default program for beginners for almost a decade.
And yeah, it has been around for a long time, but it's definitely longer than a decade. If you don't count the prototypes, Scratch is 17 years old.
Scratch is starting to decline in popularity.
Decline in popularity for the older generation, but the new generation are having the time of their lives with this.
While Scratch is great for teaching the basics of coding, it really hasn't evolved to meet the needs of more advanced learners.
That's because it doesn't need to. I like Scratch the way it is, though I do like it if we just had a few more blocks. Another point this person makes is that
Its limited capabilities can really hold you back.
but that just makes Scratch have fun of me and many others. They encourage workarounds to things that may seem impossible. When the introduction is finally over, we're finally up to its limitations. The first point they make is Scratch's 300 clone limit. This user said that
Modern computers are fast enough that they can handle way more than 300 clones, but for some strange reason, Scratch finds the need to make this random and arbitrary limit.
Small note here, someone probably has made Doom on Scratch but can't upload it due to the terms of use. Talking about clones, yes, modern computers are capable of rendering more than the 300 clone limit, but not many users have the modern computer luxury. Some Scratch users are stuck on school laptops and tablets that can't even render 50 moving clones without slowdown. Now the next point of limitation this person makes is Scratch's hard frame rate limit of 30 FPS. To try and prove his point, he says that this video of him hitting a clip in Fortnite is at 60 frames per second. But the truth is, the video itself is stuck at 24 FPS, worse than Scratch's frame rate. So to try to prove his point, he decreases the frame rate of that clip to 12 FPS, 40% of Scratch's frame rate. I get having 60 FPS makes it 30 FPS, and having 24 FPS brings it down to 12 FPS, which is what I believe he was trying to explain. Another thing to mention is that Scratch is meant for people of all ages, and having projects at 60 FPS may cause motion sickness or seizures to very young viewers. Not to mention that, like I said, it's going to be more difficult for Scratch projects to achieve 60 FPS on slower systems. He says that many Scratch mods have the ability to change the FPS to 60, But the issue is that when you enable 60 FPS mode there, Scratch projects actually run twice as fast, unless delta time or interpolation mode is used. One thing that's interesting is that Scratch didn't have frame rate limits during its prototypes. The next thing that he points out is Scratch didn't have frame rate limits during its prototypes. The next thing that he points out is Scratch's unoptimized code. He says,
In Scratch's programming, it pauses for a few milliseconds between running each block of code.
but that's why we got run without screen refresh custom block. Even then, it doesn't pause for a few milliseconds for every block of code, unless you're using single stepping. I assume he probably means a few milliseconds for every script. More about the reason why Scratch scripts run slow in the next point, where he claims that
Websites like TurboWarp, Gandhi, and Penguin Mod.
run scripts way faster. And while that is true, it comes at a cap. Because the scripts are compiled, you can't do any real-time editing. Take this blank forever loop that is currently running in Scratch, adding a move block will make the sprite move as soon as the block is placed. In other mods, you have to click the flag to run that new script. This guy also has the guts to compare Scratch with the super duper advanced 3D engines like Unity, Godot, and Unreal. He says that
Projects like these are not possible in Scratch.
but then shows a compilation of impressive 3D projects on Scratch. Granted, they are pretty bare bones and probably use mods to record the footage, but this proves that us, as a community, are learning tons of new ways to improve the capabilities of Scratch, and at least Scratch can keep its servers up better than Penguin Mod. The next limit he brings up is Scratch's stage size limit of 480 by 360, which hasn't changed since late 2004. And while that does pale in comparison to most 1080p and 4K monitors, it allows for compatibility with older Scratch projects. Projects made in the first versions of Scratch with no set resolution can't be imported to Scratch nowadays, but any project made in almost any version could be imported to Scratch 3. With older computers having only around 640p resolution, that was only barely enough to view your scripts. The increased resolution allows us to see much more scripts at once. Increasing the stage's size in a Scratch modification clutters the editors a lot. You're essentially stuck using the small stage layout. Trying 1080p resolution on my school laptop doesn't even fit on this whole screen, even with small stage layout.
Even if you spend a week drawing a high-resolution player character, once you import it into Scratch, it's gonna look like garbage.
Man literally used the pixelate effect on that image. But yeah, it is kind of unfortunate that I have to rely on modifications to maintain the resolution of images. He also says
Using vector
I have to rely on modifications to maintain the resolution of images. He also says
Using vector sprites in Scratch makes it extremely laggy.
but look at the post, it's from 2017. Scratch 2 was the most recent version at the time and had even less optimizations compared to Scratch 3. The next point I somewhat agree about, and it's about the generic projects I was talking about before. But if you heard my speech from the first part, that's because children take inspiration from other children who take inspiration from other creators who make the same engine everyone else uses. Now, I don't look at the trending page a lot aside from the time I saw one of my projects in like number 150. He also compares Scratch to Gandhi Eyed. Again, some very far competition that can't be matched by Scratch. Also imagine showing a young child Gandhi Eyed or Penguin Mod. They may be through the roof about this due to how many blocks there are, but do you really think they'll understand what half of these blocks mean? No offense to the young children watching this video. I mean, even I can't figure out how some of these blocks work. The first time I used Gandhi Eyed, it took me like 10 whole minutes to figure out what I was even doing. Another interesting point he makes is Scratch moderation. Due to Scratch's limited team, they have to incorporate auto moderation, which isn't always perfect. Remember when Scratch blocked comments with Riz? Also, we think Scratch moderation is many times worse than social media. But I swear my YouTube comment got removed for talking about my experiences with Scratch moderation system on another video as well. Probably because of an offsite link I posted, which was a Scratch link. Oh yeah, he also does a merch plugin. Let's just skip that.
You can get banned for the most simple misunderstandings, like sharing a YouTube link.
That's why we have links on Scratch especially made for posting YouTube videos. Scratch.mit.edu/discuss/YouTube/video-id. Boom, that's your video. He quotes a comment saying that
The best way to make a very popular game and not get in trouble by the Scratch team is to make a platformer. The platformer has to be black and have an eye, and the text must be in Japanese or Chinese.
Two-
The game and not get in trouble by the Scratch team is to make a platformer. The platformer has to be black and have an eye, and the text must be in Japanese or Chinese.
To be fair, I would like to know why there are so many Japanese games on Scratch. Maybe I'll look into things in the future, but to be honest, looking at the What the Community is Loving page now, there's a lot less of these generic platformers, so it seems like the trend is slowly dying down. for the most part. One good claim I can see this guy making is how other users can get away scot-free with posting external links to Scratch that does puzzle me a little bit.
Scratch also favors generic and simplistic games.
Huh? Yeah?
Because the children like these generic and simplistic games. These games are more common than, say, a game that has been worked on for months or years for a reason. And with a newer generation of Scratchers coming up beyond the horizon, we may see a change in what the algorithm gives us. Oh yeah, he also compares Scratch's moderation with Roblox's with this comment he found. He concludes his reasoning saying that you shouldn't quit Scratch if you are a beginner.
Scratch is a great starting point, but once you've outgrown it, there's really no reason to stick around when platforms like Gaudi IDE, Unity, TurboWeb, Penguin Mod, Unreal Engine, and Godot can offer so much more.
And yeah, that is the point of Scratch, as I mentioned before in this video. Before I go back to animated Embol, I would just like to mention a few more things that I added last minute. This segment will all just be me talking, so skip to the timestamp on screen if you wish to skip right to the next animated segment. I also watched the video about Scratch moderation by Challenger 10K, and it showed a little bit more depth behind why Scratch's moderation is inferior to others. I definitely have witnessed many people in my community getting blocked, and I even commented on Challenger 10K's video about it. Now that I've taken a look at the video and commented about the things that I found, I would like to say, I'm surprised he didn't compare Scratch 3 to the older versions. He didn't do what the Minecraft detention seekers do and say, this isn't fun anymore, I wish we could go back to 2012. Mainly because there's not much excuses you can make to say that Scratch 1.4 is better than Scratch 3. Scratch 1.4 had even more limited capabilities, slower optimizations, less staff, and stricter moderation. Many projects on Scratch 1 were just this one removal message. Also, back in the day, you had to actually download the project to view its code before Scratch 2 was released due to the lack of a fully fledged online editor. So even though Scratch may not be perfect now, we have definitely came a long way throughout the 17 years that Scratch has been online for. And without it, we would probably have less game developers, animators, and artists in the world.
Now I've taken a look at the video and commented about the things that I found.
Construction, you get out of there. You're
The video. Now I've taken a look at the video and commented about the things that I found.
everyone.
Here's it goes. Like and subscribe. I will see you on Scratch Reel. Holy crap. It's like the FDI. No, it's not.
Embol here, and I'm manager of the ROSS. Essentially, it's a community of users who make object show content on Scratch. There's a lot of object-related content on Scratch, as you can see by the stuff that I'm... There's a lot of object-related content on Scratch, as you can see by the stuff that I'm scrolling through. But what are the oldest object show projects on Scratch? A few months ago, I made a script that grabs every single project of Scratch 1, and then I filtered it to only contain terms like Battle 4 and BFTI, and other object shows. So, with that said, what is the first ever object show project? Well, back in September 2018, I created Object Battle, which was my first ever object show. Back then, I thought I was the first person to make an object show on Scratch. But realized later I was far from right. Let's go further back. 3 years back in fact. The next object show in mind is Object Invasion, created by BFDIA Master, now known as Fusion Animations. The clip you're seeing right now is from October 2015, which was Object Invasion's first episode. However, there exist projects far older than Object Invasion, but to actually see them, we need to go all the way back to the days of Scratch 1, which is where we'll see 40 of the oldest SOSC projects. There will be some exceptions here and there, but these are the ones I could find using my filter. At number 39 is Current Teams on BFDIA by CJM5555. This project, like the name suggests, is the Teams on BFDIA as of 5e. Yeah, because the project came out on May 5th, 2013, it's not exactly accurate to the most recent BFDIA episodes, which I decided to fix here. On to number which is titled BFDI Blocky Eraser and Pen, also by CJM5555. This is some art showing Blocky Eraser and Pen standing in front of the tiny loser chamber. There's not much to say about this project, so let's move on to the next one. That being called New Series, Battle for Scratch Isle Read Description, created by Hunger Phantom 2012. The project announces a potential new Battle for Scratch Isle series. This object show includes a bunch of fan-made characters, which are on the screen right now. The project also includes some cool facts about said contestants, like how Kenny loves art. How come I didn't know about that? The creator had also requested 5 additional characters which would be created by the community. Now I'm just going to shut up so you can see all the characters for yourself, and we'll move on. Should be included. I'm saying a stand for Battle for Scratch Island, created by Herman Fruitit. I hope I'm saying that right. And for Battle. The next project is BFDI Elimination Order by, once again, CJM5555. Obviously, this just shows the elimination order of BFDI, with objects getting hidden if they get eliminated, and objects being shown if they rejoin. When it's revealed that Fiery won BFDI, he grows limbs. Next project. This one I easily spent the most time playing through. This is Inanimate Insanity Survival Game. Select any Inanimate Insanity contestant and dodge the vote icons. Hitting a vote icon will deduct 1 life. You start with 100 lives at the start of the game. You lose if your lives hit 0 or if you touch the yellow voted off icons. If you want to unlock all of the characters, best get good at the game. One thing that's cool is that if you play as Bo, she'll have her iconic chair. And when I mean every character is playable, I mean every major character from Season 1. This includes villain Me from 4S and Party Hat? I forgot to mention this project was created by Enko6, the same person who made Brawl of the Objects, which Party Hat is in. This project, which is called BFDI Contestant Announcers Unfinished, also by CJM5555, are just all contestants with the speaker box's speaker attached to them. Also, Fiery and Flower speaker boxes are there for some reason. Another project by CJM5555 is BFDI Non-8-Bit Sprites 10 out of 22 done. Long title, I know. But a lot of effort was put into this project. David says, "Aw, seriously?" And another David sometimes gets angry. Spongy sometimes smiles, and so does a mysterious yellow cube. Is this the first instance of an object OC? Well, I'm not too sure about that. Once again, another CJM5555 project, this time called BFDI Clones. Now, clones didn't exist until Scratch 2. So what CJN did is just stamped a bunch of BFDI contestants onto the canvas. That's why you can see the BFDI contestants being stamped forever, as opposed to being cloned, which has a 300 clone limit. That's all of the info I can tell you about this project right now. So let's move on to the next project, which is, you guessed it, another CJM5555 project, called BFDI Episode 1 Part 1 The Epic Contest. Even though this follows the same challenge idea as the real BFDI 1A, the outcome is different compared to the two. Both Leafy and Pim fall, so they can't be team captains, and as a matter of fact, we don't know who the team captains are, because after Golf Ball falls, the game just ends. Well, it's not really a game, it's more of an animation. But anyways, next, which is Sprites for BFDI, also by CJM5555. But these are just the pixel art sprites of BFDI contestants that we've been seeing in the last 2 projects. Nothing else to see here, let's move on to the final CJM5555 project, which is just titled Battle for Dream Island, which features the exact same pixel art as the last 3 projects. Okay, we need some music. Something like Just a Bit BFDI 3 by Mega Hedgehog 26. This is a remix of Just a Bit Crazy from Ed's World, which had been remade onto Scratch by another user, which had been remixed by this user. The project is a little bit out of sync. So let's move on to the next one. This one's called Fang Soup BFDI version, and it's by Grace Jax 340. This is a remix of the original Fang Soup project. But this time, we have Bubble, Ice Cube, and Puffball dancing to what seems to be the Pirates of the Caribbean theme? Yeah, I'm not too sure how this Fang Soup thing works. Why are there Angry Birds in the background? Oh well, the less info the better. The next one is also called BFDI by The Prince. This is a test animation of Pim popping Bubble and whatever Match and Pencil are doing, and they seem to keep rotating every time they do it. Overall, not much to say about the animation. However, there's a lot to say about this animation. Now, I decided that these three projects should be combined into one. This is BFDI 3 Episode 1 How It Started by Mega Hedgehog 26. Some of the voices here are a bit crusty, so it's very difficult what they're trying to make out. Much like regular BFDI, the first challenge is to, well, don't fall down the beam. I don't think the season of BFDI got a second episode, much like the real season 3 of BFDI. This next project is called I Add More Voices to the Inanimate Challenge Auditions 3 by Felipe Bros. This just includes a bunch of voices to the object show Inanimate Challenge, which I'm not sure where to find on Scratch. Also, Party Hat makes his return here, along with weird choices like Simple Plan, and of course a bunch of other Astif movie clips, because I seem to find a pattern of Astif movie stuff here. I even used some of these voices to make an animation.
Like Ball, let's form an alliance.
What are you saying? What happened to his voice?
I bounce a lot.
How the hell does that even work? Next up is BFDI Nacho Slots by Roblox Nacho. This seems to be a remix of the original BFDI slots, but with just a bunch of modifications like a nacho being added. Aside from those changes, the game's relatively the same. Spin the slots and win money. Though the chances are, you're about to lose. BFDI soundtrack Normal by Roblox Nacho is exactly what you think it is. It's just New Friendly by Kevin MacLeod. That's all that plays. The music even loops, but no other music is played. The project titled The First BFDI Project I Think by Roblox Nacho isn't actually the first BFDI project. The project just includes the announcer talking about something. Also, there's another BFDI project, but I don't know if this counts. It's called Awesome Face Inanimate, which is just the awesome face with the BFDI mouth attached to it. You know what? I'll count this, only because I'm nice. Next! Okay, for these next set of videos they were slightly corrupted, so I had to relaunch Movie Maker. But the next project is BFDI Hunger Games Cornucopia Bloodbath / Fallen Scene by Hunger Phantom 2012. This is just the Bloodbath scene of Hunger Games, but with BFDI contestants. For all the contestants that died, their names will be shown on the screen in the stars. And before you ask, I don't think there was ever a second part to the BFDI Hunger Games, though it would be interesting if there were a sequel. Let's move on to the next project. Ever wonder where the original BFDI slots came from? Well, it actually came from Hunger Phantom 2012 again. The difference between BFDI slots and BFDI Nacho slots is that it doesn't include any of Roblox Nacho's characters. Anyways, let's move on to the next project, which are 3 projects also joined up. This is BFDI All-Stars, also created by Hunger Phantom 2012. The show focuses on 32 contestants in 2 teams, the blue squares and the green circles. The first and only challenge is a foot race, in which the blue squares lose, and for episode 2, all that's left is a sneak peek. The next project on our list is Challenge to Win Comics 2 by DC1, which are just what you think, comics from the show Challenge to Win. There are 3 comics in this project, one that features a trampoline, one that features Bugs, and another that features this bug creature. And those are all the comics in Challenge to Win Comics 2. I don't know why Challenge to Win Comics 1 isn't on this list. Now let's move on to, hold on, I thought I already reviewed this project. This is I Add Voices to the Inanimate Challenge Auditions by Te Oshawott, which I assume to be the original. This is kinda like the project we reviewed a couple minutes ago. Heck, even Party Hat makes his return in this project. A lot of these characters have their same voices, except for a brand new character called The End. At least I assume it's a new character. Let's move on to the next one. This next project is all Inanimate Insanity of the characters except recommended characters by PinguX 2012. Now despite couldn't find any Puka Hotel by Kaput. One quick honorable mention, the next BFDI characters except David by Somfa Monkey. Whale is See This, BFDI by, once again, Anko 6. Now, this doesn't actually include any objects, but it does reference BFDI and Jack and jellyfy, so I think it counts. Essentially, this project just shows Anko 6's excitement about being in a Jack and Jellyfy project. The video in question being titled, Am I Waiting on a Tribute Video? And one of Anko's animations was actually included in said video. Now you may be wondering what the original project looked like. Well, I'll show you.
You ate all the cotton candy ice cream? Yeah?
No, 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 no. Ah. It's 2 of you watching. Oh, such streaming 47 minutes ago. Oh, Geometric Squidward. eliminate, what's that? A in square brackets? Like if you agree. La 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 la. Alright guys. Okay, who's the second person? Because I'm not watching the stream, I don't think. Means there's two of you watching this stream. Guys. Okay, I'm probably gonna stop streaming. Ignore that. Probably gonna stop streaming now, cause I'm I'm not streaming. I don't see. Say goodbye everybody to the stream. Oh, okay, yep. Great, yep. What's the free? What the free? Okay, I've stopped streaming. Right. Why? Why at the very last second does it want to do that? It's very rude, you know. If only. Subdivisions 3 gazillion? Wait, what? Wow. Someone coming to my house? I have to Yeah. I think someone's coming home. God, watch this. I've let get inside. All right. Okay, no, well, all's been fixed, it's all okay. Uh, 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 uh. People, oh good. Alright, I'm gonna stop streaming now. So, thanks for watching. Yeah, because of the boarded health. Hell, I said, not health. Yeah, you're seeing my window capture, but not my display capture. Alright, guys. Nice icon. Yes. Because the other one was him. God, it's 12 p.m. I want to keep getting, like, friggin' it on, if you know what I mean. To keep fucking streaming. Stream wherever I damn well wanted to. This is when I got bored. Just made this asshole. I just made a popsicle. Brilliant.
For us. No, team pickle for us.
Any world. Alright, so I think we should go to Team Tricep.
Yeah, I agree. Hello, Team Tricep. Yeah, let's just say we're probably your team now.
Oh, cool. Now our team has 4 members. Sweet.
Yeah, it is pretty sweet, isn't it?
Yeah, I just said that.
Since you guys seem to love hot dogs so much, considering half the
Y'all want Skibby Twilight to get her. Okay. No. I think. Yeah, okay. I'm just talking about that. Alright. That's gonna actually do it. I should just have enough. I keep saying it. Hard. Thanks for watching, and yeah, 'cause